What's happening, guys? If you still haven't seen the first official footage from The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is actually a short promo teaser for this Friday's Comic-Con panel, go watch it right now. Now in this 30 seconds clip we see Electro in a containment cell. There's a camera, he's being watched by somebody, and this research lab and the whole containment cell and whatever it is most likely located at Oscorp. Now first let's get through the dialogue. During the video we hear following lines: "I can feel it in the walls, I feel it in my veins. No matter what you do, Doc, you can't contain it. You wanna know how powerful I am? Well, I wanna know too. I'm Electro." Now first let's analyze this particular line where Electro says, "No matter what you do, Doc, you can't contain it. You can't contain it." I think it's pretty obvious that Electro was placed in this atrocious thing against his will. And he's referring to Doc. Doc, it could be a reference to Dr. Octopus or Dr. Michael Morbius, but most likely it's a reference to Dr. Kefka. Now we do know that Dr. Kefka's character will be in The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and he will be played by Martin Csokas. Now there is a camera and he is most likely being watched. Let's get straight to the point. I think that Electro is yet another crazy experiment by Oscorp. Now we do know some details regarding Electro's origin. In The Amazing Spider-Man 2 he will most likely fall into the tank full of electric eels, just like he did in the Spectacular Spider-Man animated series. So I'm pretty sure this whole accident was a setup by Oscorp, perhaps even by Norman Osborn. You know, in the Ultimate Comics, Ultimate Electro was actually a genetic experiment, a result of the works of Justin Hammer, who was trying to create sort of a weapon, a powerful weapon, which turned out to be Electro as a result. So maybe that's the Oscorp's goal in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. They set up the whole accident in order to create this powerful weapon. Now they're trying to figure out how powerful he has become. And in this particular footage, in this particular scene, you know, they placed this digital voltmeter on his head in order to control his powers, Electro's powers. We haven't seen it in the previous set pictures, so most likely it was placed on Electro's head during this scene. And why would they place a digital voltmeter? Well, in order to find out how powerful Electro really is. Also, I think this scene takes place right after the Times Square scene, the set pictures of Times Square scene we've seen previously a couple of months ago, where Electro was walking down the Times Square, feeling all this pain, the agony, and he was sort of weak. Now, I think the Times Square scene takes place right after the accident scene, and this scene we've seen in the footage takes place right after the Times Square scene. Perhaps Electro passes out and then he wakes up in the containment cell, and by the end of the video you can clearly see that Electro has become truly powerful. Just like he says in the video, he becomes truly powerful, and most likely this scene ends with Electro escaping this containment cell, and he most likely goes on the rampage. Also keep in mind, guys, that it's just a promo teaser. It's not a full teaser yet. We will get a full teaser, I'm pretty sure, during Comic-Con. It might be released a little bit later after the Comic-Con, a week or so, but it will be released eventually, and I think we will get more footage like this sort of clip during the next week. Let me know what are your theories, guys. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm off for now.